Some time ago, the gender wars were reignited with a video proclaiming the chopped man epidemic. Many men online attacked the original poster, but if you sort through the noise and the rage bait, you can find the real underlying idea. Women aren't calling men chopped because they're ugly. At least just because they're ugly. Women are calling men chopped because they feel like a lot of men just don't care about anything. Men aren't taking care of themselves, they don't have any hobbies, and they're just not engaged in so many aspects of life. This sounds very doom and gloom, but ultimately, these women, like me, think that being chopped is an affliction that men can defeat. And today, I want to teach you how you can become unchopped. I think the reason the chopped man epidemic is such a sore spot right now is because young men are not in a great place. Men get less emotional support from their friends than women. Young men are dating way less than women. While nearly half of young women are obtaining bachelor's degrees, only 37% of men are. Women are outpacing men in higher education, and although the gender wage gap remains persistent, in some cities, including New York City and DC, young women are actually out-earning men. All this is to say, a lot of young men feel chopped in many ways, in their love life, their relationships, and in their careers. But there is hope. You see, the best part about self-care is that any effort you put in will make your life better. I want you to think of any effort you make as choosing a skill in an RPG tree, and any new skill you acquire in any of the skill tree's branches will make you a more powerful mage or warrior or Spider-Man. In this metaphor, you can think of each skill tree as a different area of self-care, aka a way to become less chopped. Fitness, relationships, skincare, hobbies, hair. So let's start exploring the tree. A lot of men have this view that the end-all be-all of self-care is the gym. They think, if I can't go to the gym regularly, then I'll never be fit. But truthfully, the gym is not for everybody. And I think you'll know if it's for you after you go a few times. Some people are just wired in a way where they get an insane amount of dopamine from going to the gym, and some people just aren't. If the gym isn't for you, then that's okay. You just need to find a way to move your body that speaks to you. For you, that could be rock climbing, an IM sports league, calisthenics, or running with your dog. A huge part of physical fitness, and I think gym bros don't emphasize enough, is diet. This is huge. Your body will respond in so many different ways to your diet, and it's a lot more than just protein. For example, if you eat a lot of sugar, your body becomes more insulin resistant and releases stress hormones, making it distribute more fat around the stomach area. The quality of your diet can influence your chances of heart disease and diabetes, your body shape, your mood, and so much, much more. I'm gonna get hate for saying this, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm vegan. And I try to eat a lot of vegetables. I think that my diet gives me more energy, more ideal fat distribution, and just makes me overall happier. I'm not saying you need to go vegan, but I think we can all agree, at least 9 out of 10 doctors, that eating more vegetables is good for you. So, I am no mathematician, but I calculate that a consistently good balanced diet plus a way of working out that you find fun, that is a winning formula. There's been a lot of talk about the male loneliness epidemic, and it is definitely evident if you look around. Young men, along with Gen Z in general, are lonely. But I think it just takes one person to take initiative in their social life for everyone to be happier. And I want that person to be you. Make plans, make group chats, make game nights. Send a picture of a flyer for an event you want to attend. You want to go bowling? Just invite people. Shoot your shot. If you don't have a great place to host people, then you can find nice cafes or reserved library rooms where you can seat a group of friends. I've taken on this role before, and worst case scenario, people appreciate you for inviting them and aren't in the mood or don't have time. Be that glue, make that effort, and bring people together. I've heard a few people say they only need 1 or 2 or even 0 close friends. But the data shows that people with more close friends are actually happier and more satisfied with their relationships. You can really appreciate and love a friend, but no one person can be a complete match for you and all your interests, jokes, and quirks. Having more close friends in your life means having more parts of yourself that you can freely express, and more ways to learn and develop. I have a lot of friends I keep in touch with from around the world, and I consider myself to be close with a lot of them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. As men, we could struggle to find depth in our relationships. The number one most valuable skill you can have in a relationship, platonic or romantic, is asking questions. And in order to ask good questions, you have to listen. You should get invested in people's lives. If they're telling a story and mention someone's name, you can ask to see a picture so you can actually remember that person. Ask them about how their job interview went last week or how their girlfriend is. You'll find that when you ask questions, you can really have better conversations. While I think asking questions is super important, I also think being able to talk about yourself on a deeper level is essential. When someone asks, "How are you?" Tell a little story. Talk about something funny or exciting that's happening in your life. Don't just say, "I'm good," or "I'm okay." If someone asks about your job, don't just say, "It's good," or "It's okay," again. Not going into any detail with your answer makes it seem like you're not putting in any effort or thought into the conversation. You can say something as simple as, "Oh, I've been watching The Office," or "I've really been missing my dog." Even those are better conversation starters and share more about yourself than just, "I'm good." Put effort into your conversations and it will go a long way. Even if you're someone who prefers deep convos over small talk, you actually need to put a lot of effort and time into small talk in order to get to those deep convos you want. Another great avenue to expand your social life is hobbies. My best advice for hobbies is to start from where you're at. If you find yourself drawn to something over and over, you should explore that and make it into a hobby. Let's say you're really into keyboards. Get even more into keyboards. Become a keyboard expert. Learn all the keys and clicks and clacks. Learn how to take one apart and build one from scratch and program them. Commit yourself to your hobbies. Try really hard. Being into something means you're learning, you're staying up to date, and you're curious, even if some people think it's weird. Keyboards are probably not the most obvious example, but if you get into a hobby, you will meet other like-minded people, and that feels great. I am a huge Sonic fan and video game nerd, and I tend not to talk about it that much with the general public. But can you imagine how good it feels when I meet another relatively normal secret Sonic fan? It makes it all worth it. All those hundreds of hours of Sonic YouTube videos. There's a lot of value to trying new things, even if they scare you a little. I have the mindset that you should always say yes, unless it directly threatens your health or criminal record. Even if you felt tired or overwhelmed lately, I think a new experience is such an amazing opportunity. Make the time and just do it. Make your dreams come true. They say that men's makeup is haircuts, and I agree. Men's makeup could also be makeup, no judgment. But regardless, getting your hair cut every few months is a big way to feel confident and look good. You can search online or ask your barber for different hairstyles that could work for your face. I think you should try growing out your hair at least once in your life, but as you're growing it out, make sure you're also taking care of it, getting regular haircuts and using products. So not how I did it. In terms of hair products, it really depends on what kind of hair you have. I have curly hair, so I usually only wash it 2 to 3 times a week. Since my hair is dry and not very oily, I add in argan oil, which helps a lot with making it less frizzy. And this is for all the men out there with curly hair. Stop brushing your hair. You are hurting it. You're killing it. I don't even own a hairbrush. The best situation for curls is to let your hair air dry and to wear a bonnet at night so it doesn't get all messy. I honestly don't know too much about taking care of other types of hairs, but I left a link below that teaches you how to ID your hair type and how to take care of it. Facial hair wise, it's a good idea to shave regularly unless you can grow a full beard or a mustache if that's your style. And please, 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 for all that is holy, shave the neck beard. No one likes a neck beard. Another big way to feel nice is skincare. I got into skincare over the last 2 years, and I think it has helped a lot. The great thing about skincare is that it is completely personalized. Do you have oily skin? Well, get a face wash that reduces oily skin. Do you have dry skin perchance? Well, get a product with hyaluronic acid, which actually moisturizes your skin. If you don't like a product or don't like how it makes your skin feel, give it to a friend and tell them how to use it. Every part of your skincare routine is a response to your skin. Too oily, too dry, hyperpigmentation. There's a product for that. There are no exact rules to skincare, except for one. You must wear sunscreen every single day. Every day. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, god damn it. I don't care. Just wear sunscreen. Sun damage is unforgiving, and it's more than just sunburns that damage your skin. For example, look at this truck driver who only got one side of the sun on his face for 28 years. See? I'm not lying about this stuff. Wear sunscreen. Now here's a quick demo of my skincare, which I've slowly built up over the last 2 years. First things first, I use this all-in-one acne control Neutrogena scrub at night. And then if I want a lighter wash, I'll use this Perfect Whip. Then I always use this premium Gochujang Premium Toner, it's a premium twice, and hyaluronic acid, and this vitamin C repair. After that, at some nights, not every night, and if you're starting it, definitely don't do it every night, I use retinol, Neutrogena Visible Repair Eye Cream. And after that, I use this Trader Joe's lotion. So that's basically my skincare routine. Excuse that terrible bathroom audio. Having a self-care routine helps to anchor you. Some days I wake up at 2 p.m., a lot more than I like to admit, and I feel like a loser and I'm in a bad mood. But after I do that skincare routine, I'm like, hey, I am not in that bad of a place if I can take the time to relax and feel good and take care of my skin. And that is really what all of this has been about, feeling good about yourself. I know we started off today talking about women proclaiming a chopped man epidemic. But all of these efforts, these RPG skill tree abilities, are to feel good about ourselves, to increase internal validation and self-confidence. Because when we feel confident and secure, we're able to show up for others, put more effort into relationships, and become an unchopped man. I hope you're able to pick up some ideas or inspiration from this video, and I want to learn from you guys too. What stories or tips have shaped you into becoming a better person, a less chopped person? Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.